Hello folks, it's Maritime Crypto. It's Friday, January the 5th, 2018. Today I'm going to do a video about Leonardo, the trading terminal. And the reason for that is because today had a major update. That's version 3.7.5 that fixed a lot of the issues that the new Bollinger Band Bot had. And so I decided to take a look and review it again. So I'm just gonna show it to you and what this new, how it works, and explain the settings for this new Bollinger Band Bot. They also introduced with this new version new features on the bot. So when you open the Leonardo, this is the main display. It shows you also the settings, and here you have the candlestick graph. And the different timelines, and I currently have on the screen different indicators showing, so it helps visualize the indicators and to help you with the trading, manual trading. So this is a neat piece. I got my RSI, the volume, I got some exponential moving averages, single, and also Bollinger Band indicator showing up here with this gray darker area. So this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to remove them just to clear up the graphic. And to do that, you just go into the indicator flag, and it shows you the active indicator. So I'm just going to click the X to close them. And I'm just going to leave the RSI open. So right now, here, just to show you, I have the Ethereum Bitcoin pair open. It's showing on the little tab. It tells you the current price right now. And if you leave the mouse there, it will tell you a little bit more information. So what the difference is in the last 24 hours, the last buy price, the last sell, and the last price, and so on. So you get all that extra info. Each candlestick also gives you additional info when you put your mouse over it. So that's pretty neat. And you have the timeline. So the timeline here, it's actually not the length of the candlestick. So this is not a 6-hour candlestick. This is basically shows you the time frame on the graphic. So basically showing the past 6 hours of trading. You can have 12, 1 day, 3 days. So that's 3 days worth of activity right here on the screen. So I'm just going to go back to 6 hours. A feature that I like about the Leonardo is with the mouse, if I left click in a position here, for example, and drag the mouse, it covers here with this blue box, and it gives you additional information here, as you can see. So this here tells you what the profit would be, or the margin is. So 4.27%. So that includes the fees. So if you would make a buy here and sell it there, you would make 4%. And to clear out, you just right click the mouse to clear. So here at the bottom you have the volume and for the time frame. So in the last 6 hours, Ethereum has traded 1,658 Bitcoin. So that's a lot of movement. So a lot of activity, which is good for a bot. A bot likes to have a coin, a pair that is active and that is traded, so it has volume to it. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck for a long time to do trades. Here on the screens, finally, it shows you so what the current price is right there. The red dot here shows you what the sell price is, and the green is the buy. As you can see, if you put your mouse on it, it gives you that info. Again, I like Leonardo because of this. It gives you a lot of information, and it's pretty neat. So let's talk about the Bollinger Band Bot. That's why you're watching this video. So first of all, let's create one. So to do that, you go to the chess piece here, you click on it, and it opens this window to choose the type of strategy that you want to use. So the bot, and currently this Leonardo offers 3 options, 3 bots: the Bollinger Band, which is the new one, the ping pong strategy, and the margin maker. And you can give it a name. So I'm going to go ahead and click and create one. So right off the bat, look at this visual. It gives you all the information about the bot. So it's really visual, and it shows you what the basically what Leonardo is doing, which I find it to be great. The Bollinger Band Bot, so basically for those that don't know, it's a formula that it's calculated using moving averages, and based on that formula it calculates upper band, which would be your sell signal, and the lower band, which is usually your buy signal. Now with this bot here, it's because it's based on moving averages, you have it uses, you can configure just how far back it uses to calculate the average. So by default it's 12 candlesticks. So what that means is that the bot, to calculate the current moving average, uses the last 12 candlesticks. Now this is important because it works in conjunction with the time frame window. So the 6-hour window here is using 5-minute candlesticks. If you switch to 12 hours, then the candlesticks are 10 minutes. One day display, it's 15 minutes candlesticks. So each candlestick is 15 minutes trading. So you have to take that in account when you're planning, when you would be strategizing your bot. The reason for that is obviously, the longer the period is, so the more smoother the line is going to be, but then also, the slower the change is going to happen. So just to show you what this means is like, so right now it's by default is 12. So you can see, the line is a little bit curvy, and if I increase the number of candlesticks, see how the lines kind of smoothen out. So it's recalculating, so it's just adding up all the closing prices of in this case of the last 19 candles, and if you just keep going on, see how it smoothens out the lines, the bands. So obviously, so the longer it is, so obviously the longer it's going to take for it to actually take change. So this works in this. Obviously, if you reduce the time frame, so if you're just going to use 5 minutes candlesticks, so you're going to have the same effect. So as you can see now, so you have to determine what kind of trading you want to do. So you want it to be for the bot to adapt quickly, often to the changes of the trades, or you want to be a little bit more conservative and keep it at a more steady pace. So for example, if you reduce the number of candlesticks, so let's say to 10, so obviously they're going to be impacted a lot more often and a lot faster than if you would increase it to 60 candlesticks. So that's something depends on the coin. I mean, if it's a coin that usually doesn't move much, it's kind of a sleepy coin, then you can just increase the number of candlesticks. It's not going to make much difference, and it also going to increase your chance of profit, because your coin is just going to fluctuate between those points, the upper band and the lower band, easily. Now if it's a coin that has a big movement, a lot of trades, and like Ethereum right now, so it goes up and down a lot, you want the bot to react faster to the changes and recalculate faster. So so I'm just going to do here for test, I'm just going to put a 12, doesn't matter. Now the bot also has 3 sell bands and 3 buy bands. So basically what it is that it just uses different formulas for the average. So you can just choose band 1, which is the internal one, so the 2, which is by default, or the band 3, so which is the outer band. Now what this does, again, it really depends on what kind of aggressiveness do you want the bot to be. If you want the bot to be very aggressive and buy and sell as much as possible, but at a lower profit, obviously, you can choose band 1. So as you see, the gap is narrow, so it will have a lot more buys and a lot more sales, as you can see. But on the other hand, you see here, for example, in this case, he would sell at the lower end of the candlesticks instead of the top. So it would be less profit, but more trades. So it's a trade-off, really. On the other hand, if you go for the band 3, you can see, look at this gap. So it's a lot wider, and obviously it's not touching as many candlesticks as well. So the trades would be less often, but the profit would be higher, potentially higher. So you could, for example, buy here, and then you see the next sell probably would just take place there, for example, or you know, or could be there. It really depends on how the bot would work at that point. So that's what it is, and then you can tweak the bot even more. So I'm going to put back to 2. And then you can tweak a little bit between the 3 bands. So as you can see, so you want to move it. So for the buy and then the sell, you just want it to be on top of the candlesticks, because so to maximize that profit. So the goal here, you're just trying to really you know, strategize to get the maximum profit out of the bot. So looking at the past history of this, the last 6 hours, for example, you can see it has Ethereum has a nice wave, so that's pretty good. So I would want it to, you know, the buys to happen as much as possible at the bottom of the candlesticks. So this looks like a good curve. So you see, it touches just at the bottom. So yeah, so good buy signals, and then same thing for the sells. You want to kind of touch the top of the candlesticks to maximize that profit. Now, of course, this can change. You know, the coin might take a swing for the, you know, the better or the worse. So this might not mean anything in 12 hours, but at least it gives you a starting point, and you can start from there. And then we got this 2 options here, which are pretty interesting. So you got a stop loss. I'm going to reduce the screen here. So the stop loss is a way for you to, you know, protect yourself again in case the coin starts dropping abruptly and fast. So you can actually tell the bot, okay, if the coin price drops more than 5% in this case, all right, then sell the coin, sell my buy or my trade, my position, sell it and start over. So this is a great way to, you know, try to recover from low dropping prices. So what the bot does here, so it takes into account what the buy threshold is, so what the buy signal is, or the last buy, and then if the price drops below this signal, it will then sell to protect you. And you can see on the graphic, it shows you a nice little feature here that tells you exactly what it is, so you know what to expect. It also has this option here, which is the relative price above last sell, which is the reverse. I'm not too sure how that works. I haven't seen it in action yet, but my understanding is that if the price of the coin goes above this line, then the bot will automatically place a buy. So it's just a way, in case it goes up, you want to take advantage of that, and then he buys. But I'm not sure how useful this is. I haven't seen it in action working, so I don't really know what the purpose is and how useful it is. So I usually just leave it disabled, but I will have to try and test it just to see what it does exactly, because I'm not too sure. And then we have the minimum effective gains. So this is new for this version, and I like it. It's pretty useful. Basically what this is that it guarantees the trade. So you have the effective sell gain and the buy gain. So I'm just going to put here, you can put in percentage, so 1%, 2%. But here on the screen, nothing actually happens because it's not activated. So the way this works is that, suppose, so I'm just going to start the bot here, and just to show you, I'm currently using the demo version, so it's safe. Now, here I forgot to mention this option here, which is to tell you just exactly how much coin you want to trade. So just bear in mind here with Leonardo, it's actually a little bit different than what you would expect. That means that you actually choose how much coin you want to buy or sell. So in this case, because I have the pair Ethereum Bitcoin, this means how much Bitcoin, Ethereum you want to trade. So I have currently in the wallet, in the virtual wallet here, 10 Ethereum. So I want to trade 5 Ethereum. So you have to pay attention to that because, you know, depending on the price of the coin, what it is, this could be a lot of Bitcoin. And that could be a problem. If you, so for example, right now 5 Ethereum, and I only have 0.5 Bitcoin balance. So 0.5 Bitcoin is a maximum of 8.5 Ethereum. So I'm good. So it actually shows you, you know, what your Bitcoin balance is, how much Ethereum coins you can buy, but it doesn't show you here what exactly how much Bitcoin you're using. Unfortunately, I wish it did that, and hopefully a new versions will have that option. You can also tell the bot if he wants to start by buying or selling. So that's another feature. So I'm going to start with the buy. Have it on 6 hours. So I'm just going to leave it as it is right now. And all you have to do then is start. And that's it. So the bot is working. And basically what it's telling you, so bring it up here. Oh, it's actually, I probably should have started a sell instead because it's right up the bot. So right now, the way to tell, to know what the bot is doing is you can tell that it's currently in the buy status. It's waiting for a buy trigger because only it's telling you because of this sign here. So that means it's currently waiting for a buy. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to stop it. So you can just stop it just like that, no problem. And I'm going to switch to a sell because it's up there right now. And yeah, I'm just going to actually maybe reduce just so it will hit it. So this is in the demo mode, so you're not actually doing real live trades, although it is capturing the data from Bittrex exchange. The trades themselves are just simulations. It's not actually doing them, so it's safe to play with. You can download the full version and you can try it at home in your computer and see how it works. And with no risk whatsoever, you just have to choose one of the demo versions. So, right, so I have the sell, so 5 Ethereum. I'm going to do start. So now that it's in the sell mode, as you can see, you can tell because now it's telling current sell threshold. So it's just waiting for the sell. Yeah, so I forgot to mention about the minimum effective gains. So this is to tell, is to show you just how much gain guaranteed profit you would make with a trade. So what this means is, let me see if I can show you on the screen. So imagine that you know, the bot would have made a trade, let's say here, for example. So this would be the buy signal. So the buy would take place here, and what this option tells me is that regardless of the upper band position, the bot would never sell this coin below the 1% profit. So if you would just scroll up to reach to 1%. So this is another feature that I like about Leonardo, is that you can drag and see, calculate. So let's say 1%. So that means, so you know, for example, so if the bot bought there, then and even if at this point, if this would have been a sale signal, this is a good example right here. So suppose the bot would buy there, and then he would go, and then you can see the price went up, and it actually crossed the sell trigger there. But because there's a 1% minimum gain activated, it would actually not take place because it's below 1% of my buy. So the bot, so it's, yeah, so if he buy there, sorry, if he would buy there, for example, so you would have to sell at this point. So the the sell trigger would have to be above the 1% line. So obviously if it would sell here, so if you had bought the position here, so 1% would mean, so you know, just about here somewhere, like 1%. So in this case, the bot would have sell because it's above the 1% minimum. So that's pretty neat, and I like that feature. So that way you can guarantee a minimum profit, even when the band's narrow and they almost touch them itself. So this is just a, so that's just a way to guarantee profit. So I hope I explained well. So once again, just to be clear, so if the buy signal triggered here, so a buy was made here, then the bot would not sell. And when the sell band is below the 1% trigger. So it would sell here because it's above, it would sell there, but it would not sell here. Or for example, here it would not sell because it would be below. Now this is the other way. So in this case, so that means is that once the sell takes place, in this case here, as you can see, the sell just took place. I'm gonna clear. It's just sold, and it's showing here by this orange triangle, and the bot now has changed to buy. So as you can see, it's currently showing as a buy. And if this option activated here, so what this means is that the sell took place here. So that means that the bot now would not buy anything below 2%. So above 2% rather. So basically, so this is the other way around. So supposedly the bot would only make a purchase if the price of the coin is below the 2% compared to the sell. So this is just another way to kind of strategize to guarantee some kind of profits. It's not obvious, but that's how it works. So once the sell takes place with this option here, it will not buy again unless the price of the coin, so the buy signal is below 2% from the sell. So that's how it works. You can also, there's this option buttons here that you can force a buy or a sell. Now you can only use the buy when the bot is in buy mode, and sell when it's in the sell mode. So right now, if I did the sell, it would not work because it's not in sell mode, it's in buy mode. But on the other hand, I could do a buy mode and it would sell at the current price. So you don't want to do that because there's no point. So there you have it, folks. So that's how the Bollinger Band Bot works. It's working pretty good so far. I'm liking it. And I know the developers are working to include more bots in the future. So the Bollinger Band is just the first bot of many coming, and as you can see, it's working pretty good. It's pretty visual. I really like Leonardo. It still has a few issues, when you leave your mouse, you get this little window giving you a little bit of a help, telling you what it is. But as you can see, it truncates the text. So it's something to fix, but it's working nice, and it's really worked. The Bollinger Band Bot now works really nice. If you haven't tried it yet, download the version. It's the full version, and use the demo mode, and you can try it out and see for yourself how it works. It's pretty neat. I like it. And if you have any questions about this bot or Leonardo, you can ask them in the comment section below. I will be glad to answer all of it. Just to let you know, I'm in no way affiliated with this software. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just a happy user. I know this version sells for $130, I believe, for one exchange, and you can buy access to extra exchanges for like $40 or something. And as you can see, the markets it offers, so it currently has Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Bittrex, HitBTC, UBPro, OKCoin, Poloniex. And I understand that the more exchanges will be available. And so that's it, folks. So that's just an option. So if you want to get into trading, or if you are already into trading and you would like something more automated instead of just doing manual trades, which this terminal is also great for manual trading with the help of the indicators that are available. It is a great tool. All right, so that's all I have, folks. So please subscribe to my videos, share them, press the thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like them, and you know, press the bell if you want to be notified when new videos come out. And of course, as usual, if you have any questions, concerns, or questions, you know, just drop it down in the comment section. I'll get back to you on that. Peace out.